Hello, my dear viewers, learners, and others who are watching my class. Assalamu alaikum. Hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am fine too. Hello, friends. Today I am going to present myself with a very important class. That is a class of verb. It is said that a sentence is complete without an object or a complement, but a sentence is incomplete without a verb. In Bengali language, we can make a sentence without a verb, but in English language, we cannot make a sentence without a verb. If someone advises you to win a battle, that is the battle of job market, or any academic exam like SSC or SSC exam. You cannot win your success. You will be defeated if you don't know how to handle verb, how to move over a verb, how to do over a verb. So verb is so important a topic that works like oxygen for the human being. Without oxygen, we human beings cannot live on this earth. Likewise, we cannot master over a language like English without verbs. You know that a verb has three forms. Now comes the question how to memorize these forms of verbs. You students feel difficulty to memorize these verbs. Today I will discuss or show you some techniques. By using these techniques, you can memorize thousands of verbs. Here I have a book in my hand with a 3000 verbs. This is the book. This is a book of 3000 verbs. I will not show the author. I will show verbs. Here you will find 3000 verbs and you will know the technique how to memorize this. I will prove in this class that you can be able to memorize these 3000 verbs without any difficulty if you follow my class from beginning to end. So let's start the class. Friends, look at the board. Regular or weak verbs. Here you say a verb that is play, khela kora in Bengali. Its past form is played. That means we add ed here, and in past participle form we also add ed. In second verb catch, that means to touch something. In Bengali you can say dhara. Its past form is caught. Here t is added. In past participle form there is also t. In third number, like, that means to love something. In Bengali you can say pasando kara, liked. Here d is added. In third form d also added. So you see a common characteristics or common work here, that is ed is added in past form in third form. T is added in second form or third form. Here d is added in second or third forms. These are called irregular verbs. According to the language specialists, in English language you will find verbs about 97 to 98% of regular verbs. Only 2 or 3% is irregular verbs or strong verbs. If you memorize these 2 or 3% verbs, I think it's maybe 50 to 100 verbs. If you memorize only 2 or 3% verbs, you will be able to know or able to memorize all the verbs, because every verb is complete with ed. Every verb can make past or past participle form by adding only ed. Here in this book I will prove you about this. Now come to the book. At first you are seeing a verb abuse, that is present form. In past form a d is added at the end of the verb, and in third form also is added d only. At last you are seeing a verb that is abstain or absorb. In past form ed is added, here ed is added. Now come to the another page. Here also added d, d, ed, ed, ed. I have come to 19th page. There branch, and here also added ed, ed, and deposit. Here also added ed and ed. Now come to other pages. Here you see loosen, ed is added, ed is added. Everywhere there is ed. Raise, there is e at the end, that is why d only added, d only added. Okay, now come to the last page. Zoom, in the last word, here ed is added, ed is added. So everywhere in this book of 3000 verbs used only ed, and a few are only added d. So if you want to memorize these verbs, you can use only ed. Okay, now come to the board. So from this class you have learnt that in past form and past participle form, if a verb ends with dedt is called regular verb or weak verb. They are 97 to 98% according to the language specialists. So the irregular verbs are fewer in number. They are also called strong verbs. They are only 2 or 3%. If you memorize these 2 or 3% verbs, you can be able to memorize thousands of verbs. So let's follow. Draw, its present form, drew, its past form, and drawn, its past participle form. There is no similarity with these forms. This one, and this one are totally different. Second verb, give, gave, given, they are also different. Do, did, done, they are also different. So a different verbs are few. If you memorize, I think 50 to 100 verbs, you will be able to memorize all the verbs, because you know 100 verbs. If you find a new verb, you can add ed in past and past participle form. Here you see that draw, in the middle there is a, in the middle there is e, and at the end there is n. In give, there is I in the middle, there is a in the middle, and at the end there is n. do, did, done, there is any. So you have seen that in irregular or strong verbs, some vowels in the middle of the verb are being changed, and they sometimes ends with n, en or any. Here is n, en and any. So irregular verbs maintain some characteristics that at the end n, any or en is used, and we need to change some vowels in the middle. So you are, I think, clear about how to change forms of verbs. If you use this technique to memorize verbs, I think you can master the language, you can make a good control over these verbs. So this is for today's class. I will make a series of video classes on verbs. This is for primary level students, and I will present classes for advanced level students also. So my dear learners, I think you have found today's class is very special and important. If you think that this class is very important for you, don't forget to press subscribe button or like button and hit the bell icon to have the notification of new videos. When a new video is uploaded, you will get the notification. No more today. Keep sound and healthy and go on your studies without any difficulty. Hoping your success. That's all for today. Allah Hafiz.